Hey YouTube. So it's a beautiful Sunday outside. Just take my word for it. It's like hovering around 60. I did some yard work and got tired because it's like 51 years old and yeah, the first go at yard work of the year. So anyway, decided to take a break. So I want to tell about a mail call I got. Tom Noble was very kind enough to send me a wire loom that I can attach to my chrome valve covers. So I've never done one of these before, but it's got the sort of instructions on the back. Yada, yada. So this will look really sharp. So I'm going to have to get some nice plug wires, obviously. Well, I wanted to get new ones anyway, but, Now, I've got a whole new aesthetic that I'm going for here, different from that thing. So, this will be an engine that I actually want to wipe off and clean. So, got cool things going on here, like my polished Anthony bolts on the spreaders, valve cover spreaders. And then I went and got some of my own brass bolts for the front cover. Nicey nice. Yeah, so that's that. What have I been working on? I've been working, obviously not on cleaning, my traction bars. I got these at Lake Compounds for free. They are for a Nova. They've got the shock tab, shock absorber tab on the right side, correct side, I should say. These had bolts. Instead of having rubber snubbers, it had a bolt, these things. Going through it, so this would be the surface that's clunking on the bottom of your frame, and that's really loud. They also had nuts. Nuts. Where is it? Where are you? Welded on. So I had to grind these fuckers off. There's just nothing left to them after grinding them off. So that was an odd modification. So they're in primer, and then I've got a golden sunset yellow to put on there. I didn't quite like the banana yellow, and these had been painted banana yellow at some point, and then somebody just spray painted black gloss over it, and that looked terrible because the paint was just flaking off from handling it. So I used my DA and Dremel and got it all down, and then primer. So I am at a pause in the work, and I just thought I would tell you that and tell you what's going on. And thank you, Tom. So I gotta say, all right, FaceTime. Sorry. When I first started doing this project, it was very important to me to do as much of it by myself. I mean, I would ask for advice and people gave me support and everything, but I really wanted to do the work myself. And I did okay. But I'm over that particular feeling, vanity. I don't know what you call that. But now I certainly don't mind getting help and having support. And I tell you, the time that Anthony came up here and we worked on putting in the timing set and the cam and the lifters and springs and all that, I had a blast. That was just so much fun. We were just here working on the engine. We didn't really spend much time, any time, hanging out and talking or whatever. And I mean, we were doing that, but we were focusing on the engine. So we were talking mostly about the engine and why you do this and that. And Anthony said he didn't spend as much time going in depth, more technical explanation about things. And, you know, I would appreciate more conversation like that. It's okay. It's not like I wanted him to come up and we were just going to pal around and drink beers. I'd be drinking beers. Like that. It's, I don't know. We spent the kind of time together that I like to spend. It was just productive and fun, and I learned a lot, and I really just like his company, being in his presence. So he's become my best friend. I don't have to be his best friend. That I don't know if, you know, my reputation can take that kind of designation, and I'm sure I'm not doing him any favors by calling him my best friend. Anyway, I really, really, really enjoyed that. So, and I would have been, well, embarrassed to accept a gift like this, but that's without really, before, let me say, that's without really, I don't know. I'm going to call it, I am maturing, if I can just go out on a limb and say I'm maturing, where somebody wants to do something nice for me, I can graciously accept it. I am aiming to be more gracious in everything outside of my comfort zone. That's my personal milestone for wisdom and development and, you know, doing all the crap you're supposed to do when you're here on planet Earth. So, yes, thank you very much, Tom. That's appreciated. This will look super snazzy. And now the pressure's on to get some spark plug wires. I'm going to have to get shorties. That's what they call them. I discovered that. Shorty spark plugs to get me some clearance behind the headers. That's okay. I'll figure out how to work with that. Anthony had asked me what I would think of having my rims this metallic graphite color. And I bounced off Becca, and, well, you can't really tell. That's crappy lighting. She likes the gold. So, the gold makes her wet, I guess. Those were my words, not hers. So, you know, Becca's not going to say that. Really. Yeah. And I've totally embarrassed myself, maybe, and humiliated my wife, and she can't defend herself. And that's where we're at.